Hey guys! If this is your first time on my channel, I'm AmazzonKane. I'm a writer, I obsess over Anaconda, I do rewatch videos, and that's what this is. My ultimate goal is to run an official reboot of the series. You can see what that would look like on my channel, as I organized a small team to revamp the theme song. This week I thought I'd continue the tradition of holiday family misery, so here's another episode that features Nanette's family. Also, huge missed opportunity not calling this episode the Attention Hoedown, but you can't say ho on a kid's show, so here's the big hoedown. I love how he doesn't even give a last name for the writer, just says Charlotte.
On account of he has entered us in a square dancing contest for square dancers.
Aww.
Gotta get ready for the father-daughter hoedown.
Can't you and me do something fun instead?
Aww.
Fun, Angelfish.
Aww. Usually Angela's totally cool with hanging out with her dad, but here,
Outfits that
it must be the hobby she thinks is dorky.
Duds.
Dud is right. I'll never be able to show my face in this town again.
Aww. Our well-off supportive parents in the 90s really want to be a part of our lives and want to spend time with their kids. We had it so hard. This was such a trope back then.
How's that mechanical bull I sold you, Spank?
We must have been really ungrateful in the 90s.
Haley Jangles talks and spits like a real-life cowboy. He even looks like one, too.
Well, sir, I can see you all have mighty fine taste in Western Dutch. Yes, sir.
Also,
Have I got just the thing for you, little lady?
what is that? Oh, Spurs. Cool.
Cool, real-life Spurs. Maybe this hoedown idea is not such a bad idea after all.
Now y'all are ready to square dance with the best of them. Yes, sir.
You'll be square dancing with us. That's all right, Angela Anaconda. Well, it is Nanette Manoir, my most hated enemy who I hate the most.
You say that in the theme song. We understand. But it's still funny. I will say, it is really funny seeing Mr. Manoir in all of this mismatched time period outfits together. The 50s mustache and the 1800s cowboy hat.
Bruskin boots hand-bucked by an authentic Old West cowhand. Merci beaucoup, Mr. Jangles, which is French for do a good job.
You aren't actually gonna wear that faux turquoise bolo tie, are you, old chap?
Powell, how's business these days?
Booming as usual. Say, didn't you sell
He won't say anything
like
else.
that, but bigger? Honey, I don't recall ever paying it off.
You didn't? Well, I'll have to talk to Jen and, my bookkeeper.
You do that and have her send me a receipt. I'm donating it to the hoedown, another tax write-off, you understand?
Of course.
The real big hit of the affair.
But they do seem to do business together quite a bit, so.
Going our way to yet another square dance victory.
Make it, Daddy, 2 years in a row.
3, kitten, 3.
Well, I wouldn't be clearing a space for that trophy just yet. Angela and I are entering the competition this year, and we might just give you a run for your money.
Oh, you were serious?
Daddy, if the Anacondas are going to
Mr. Manoir seems like a bigger jerk right now, but I still find him funny.
After all, we are donating Western wear to the less fortunate participants. And look, Angela Anaconda's socks are so old they keep falling down into her boots.
Now, Angel Wings. I'm sure Nanette knows her offer is entirely unnecessary.
Come on, Bill. It's not like your daughter couldn't use some sprucing up. After all, she's
Wow.
not going to get noticed for her dancing.
All right, Powell.
Wow, dick.
Insult my business. You can even insult my bolo, but nobody insults my daughter's do-si-do. Nobody. I challenge you to a hoedown showdown.
Why don't we make it a little more interesting, shall we? Say, if we win, I won't have to pay you the balance for that mechanical bull.
Okay, but if we win, you'll have to buy 10 more bulls from me. Deal?
Deal. And may the squarest dancers win.
Square is right.
So now we have to learn how to square dance.
Wow.
On account of it is a hoedown showdown. We don't know how.
Honestly, all I can think of is whose line is it anyway right now. Whoa, what the heck?
Princess, allow me.
Oh my god.
World-renowned.
Dang, Mr. Manoir is serious about this.
Hey, which is French for we better win.
You want to win? Well, winning costs. And right here is where you start paying. In sweat.
Oh, so delightfully 80s. I like the mixed time period thing it's got going on right now.
Except if my socks fall down and I have to pull them up on account of they won't stay there.
I've got a way to make saggy socks a thing of the past.
Cowboy boots?
Not just any cowboy boots.
The way her eyes
Cowboy
crossed
boots
there,
with
that was
my
great.
Sock lock system. They have two-way super sticky tape inside to stick your socks to so they won't sag ever again.
Inventive. Aww. Dang, you know what? Good for Mr. Manoir. He's not too big to take ballet lessons. He's not too macho not to wear pink. Good for him, honestly.
Anacondas don't stand a chance. We're a shoe-in to win the hoedown.
Also, it is just nice that
We're gonna wipe
the Anacondas and the Manoirs are at least bonding as families. Even if it's bonding over competition.
Well, at least my socks.
That's sports.
Angela Anaconda, I can't believe you're wearing that tacky outfit in public. And after I offered to buy you some real Western clothes, too. Stanley Jangles!
I feel like the insults could be upped a bit more.
Square dance?
Mr.
Aw.
Jangles is one of the judges of tonight's contest, aren't you, Jangles? Yeah. For all those duds I bought from you for the less fortunate.
Okay, cheating.
Them's a lot of zeros, yes, sir.
So what if Spangly Jangles votes for the man?
Actually, I wonder how rich the Manoirs are.
My dad says it is the square dance caller who can make you or break you.
Come on, people, work with me. Let's get this do-si-do on the road.
Don't tell me he's the square dance caller. I'm afraid so, Angela Anaconda.
Cheating.
As well as our own private attaché, which is French for dance and
Oh my god, I've never seen Mr. Anaconda so pissed off before.
It's all for a good cause.
It's got
Yes, anger.
Grab your partners and form a square.
Also, the fact that Mr. Manoir is willing to pay off all these judges, but he's not willing to pay off Mr. Anaconda right away. What a cheap bastard! The fuck?
All join hands, face up to the middle. Hands out front like cakes on
They do move like photographs, and I do like that. Aw, that's so precious.
Mix it up, baby. Switch your partners, don't be shy. Time to dance with the other gal's guy. What?
That's weird.
This isn't what we practiced.
Fuck. Oh god!
Now that you have got the knack, find your partner, switch them back.
The abuse! Oh, poor anacondas. I bet they were all bribed too. Is he willing to pay off everybody but Mr. Anaconda? What a dick!
Bigger than last year's and the year before that.
Maybe next year there'll be someone who's a worthy square dance competitor instead of just a square.
Good one, kitten.
God, the jokes can be lame, but
Four. Now you'll do
I like the visuals. I like the creative.
swing your partner, stub your toes, put your fingers up your nose.
Yeah, it could be a little funnier.
Skip to Maloo right down in the dumps. Now you are dancing in cow pie clumps.
Because you can't show a turd on a kid's show.
To the sheep shed. A real live cow hand busts your head.
Oh, shit.
Ow, 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 ow. Do-si-do
Ball Nanette.
mechanical bull. Will never come off with two-way super sticky tape pull. The winner of this hoedown is me and my dad, and you will lose because you are bad.
Lyrics could have been way more violent.
That's as close as you're ever going to get to winning a trophy, Angela Anaconda.
And that's as close as you'll ever be to getting paid for that mechanical bull.
Hey, Spangly, don't you think the crowd should give the winners a big old Western hats off to you?
What? But Dad!
Why, that's right. Neighborly of you to suggest. Y'all are good sports, yes, sir. Hey, folks, what do you say
Yeah.
we give a big old Western cheer for the winners?
Mr. Anaconda is just as petty and vindictive.
Well, I had some two-way super sticky tape left over from those boots I fixed for you, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so...
You know what?
See, Angel Wings? I told you, the father-daughter hoedown would be fun.
Aw, vengeance.
My dad is the most perfect dad in the world.
Aw, he has a vengeful streak. That's kind of precious. To give a little context about what I was talking about in the beginning of this video, in the 90s there was definitely a trope of loving, caring, but dorky and embarrassing parents. A Goofy movie is the prime example of that, but it was in Danny Phantom, Codename Kids Next Door did that. And there was this trend of loving, well-meaning parents, and the kids just wanted their independence and didn't want to spend time with them. Which I do get, in real life, you don't always want to spend time with your family, and you do want independence. But it's also really nice that nowadays you're seeing more families that like and appreciate each other. You're seeing more kids who want to spend time with their families. I think it's really great. As much as I like the 90s, there were definitely tropes, and it is nice to see things changing and things done differently. So, yeah. The interesting thing with Anaconda, aside from this one episode, for the most part, they don't really do that. And even then, it's not Angela not wanting to spend time with her dad. It's more the hobby she's more not wanting to be a part of. But she gets over it really quickly. And that's really cool. That's interesting. I think some of that is because Angela already has a degree of independence within the show. So there's no real need to rebel against the family. Plus, we don't even see a lot of the family in the show. I also like that a lot of the times she and her family are on the same page. Her mom does have this perpetual frustration to her, and her dad obviously has a petty, vindictive streak, and I love that. But it's justified. He's not just that from the start. He's driven to that point. I love that. That's really interesting. I will say, this is an episode that has a really interesting setup. It takes advantage of the different locations. It takes advantage of the collage look. It does look really cool. It's got a pretty straightforward story, and the big weakness is the jokes are really lame. The jokes definitely feel like preschool show quality. But I do really like that this is another one that the Manoirs cheat and they actually do win, but the Anacondas do take their small, petty, vindictive little revenge, and I do love that. I like that Mr. Anaconda's not so above that. And it's totally justified how they get to that point. You see them cheat. You see them pay everybody off but him, which that's the funniest thing to me. But I think it could have been funnier. There's a lot of good in this one. I really do think it's a straightforward story. It builds up. It keeps the focus where it should be. I do think the thing holding it back is that it's not very funny and the jokes are pretty lame even by kid show standards. But it is also really nice to see. I like the fact that it's family competition between the Anacondas and the Manoirs. I do also really like the crazy visuals. Nanette and her dad dancing. That was really cool. The fact that they're both dressed up and they're dancing together. I think the father-daughter bonding is actually quite precious. The way they cheat, they're bribing everybody, which, let's be honest, even in small towns, that is definitely a thing that does happen. It sucks. It's realistic. But again, I like that Mr. Anaconda's not so above it. A little taking your power back in a small, petty way is so fun. It is. It's justified. It's funny. So, yeah. I still wish it was called the Attention Hoedown. Yep, those are my thoughts this week. Great story with a simple focus. It builds on top of itself. It does. The revenge fantasies earned. It could have been pushed further. The visuals are really great. It's a different location. You get to see the characters work off each other. I do really like that. I love the relationship with Angela and her dad. I like Nanette and her dad. I think the competition between them is great. I think there are some funny ideas in it. The thing that does hold it back are the jokes, unfortunately, but you know what? There's still value in this one. Those are my thoughts this week. See you later when you see me.